In this video, we are going to be classifying equations as conditional, identity, or contradiction. So conditional is when we end up with one solution. So x equals a number. Identity is when we go through and solve and end up with a true statement, but no more variables. So like 0 equals 0. So the answer would be all real numbers, which means any value for x would work in that equation. And then a contradiction is when we end up with something that is not true, like 5 equals 2. And so this one would be no solution. So no value for x will work for that equation. So let's go through and solve and see what we get on these. So if we go through and solve on this first one, the left side, we have 7x plus 14. We can't simplify that any further. But on the right side, we can distribute the 7. So we have 7x plus 7. And then when I subtract 7x on both sides, they both will be 0. So I end up with 14 equals 7, which is not a true statement. So this one would be a contradiction, which means there's no solution. So that means whatever number you plug in for x, it's never going to work. But this next one, when we solve, I add 3 to both sides, and I end up with 2x is equal to 8. Divide both sides by 2. I get x equals 4. So I got one solution. So this one would be conditional. Okay, let's look at this last one. If we distribute the 3, we end up with 6x minus 12 is equal to, and then distribute on this side, we've got negative 12 plus 6x. When I subtract 6x on both sides, I end up with negative 12 equals negative 12. I can go further to add 12 on both sides to get my 0 equals 0. So this one means all real numbers, and this is how we do the all real number symbol. And this one would be an identity. So no matter what number you plugged in for x, it would work for this equation.